So today I want to talk to you about my favorite leather fragrance of all time, and I've recently mentioned it in a couple of videos. So there's no surprise as to what I'm about to show you. Obviously it's in the thumbnail as well. But I wanted to get this review out there before the cold weather is over, because truly this fragrance is just really special to me. I've got some special connections with this one. So if you're interested in leather fragrances at all, and very wearable leather, and definitely maybe a little more unique leather, today we're going to be talking about Falcon Leather from Matière Première. This is the eau de parfum, not the extrait version. I have yet to get my nose on the extrait. One day soon I will have it. But guys, stick around and I'm going to unpack this for you and let you know if this fragrance is for you. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick, also known as Scent Nick. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for your continued support. If you're new here, I create fragrance content in the form of detailed reviews. If that's something that interests you, please consider hitting that like button, drop me a comment, and join our community by hitting that red subscribe button. And now let's get back to this review. So guys, as we get into this review, if this fragrance at all resonates with you, there is a link in the description below to Joma Shop where you can find this fragrance. Now I do get a small commission if you use that link. It is a huge help to me and it costs you nothing, so please consider that if you are considering buying this fragrance. Now, Falcon Leather is such a special fragrance to me, and it's nothing overly complex. It just does a very, very good job of creating a photorealistic leather glove. And that's the inspiration behind this fragrance. It's called Falcon Leather because it's supposed to be inspired by a falconer's glove. You know, the glove that you wear whenever you have a falcon, like you're trying to, hold a falcon or whatever. It does such a good job of recreating that smell. So all that said, let's get into the fragrance. You can get this in a 50 ml or a 100 milliliter bottle. Now a 50 milliliter bottle at Joma Shop right now is gonna run you about $130 at the time of filming. And 100 milliliter is gonna run you $180 at the time of filming. Honestly, in my opinion, go for the 100 ml, it's worth it, but it's completely up to you. The perfumer for this fragrance is Aurélien Guichard, which he is a wonderful perfumer. Much of his work is just absolutely outstanding. The entire Matière Première line is so good. Now, obviously, the scent profile for this is going to be kind of an amber woody leather fragrance. With all that said, let's get into the notes and prepare yourself. There's a whopping 4 notes in this fragrance. Obviously, there's much more at play here, but these are the 4 that matter and they make the composition. So the notes are going to include saffron, birch tar, labdanum, and benzoin. Now, if you look at Fragrantica, there's also an oud note, but that is nowhere else to be found. And honestly, in wearing this, there's no prominent oud note. So scratch that, just look at the 4 that we have here. Now, all 4 of these notes play into the leather accord, and it's brilliant work, honestly. All of these have a leathery facet, and they all create a giant accord, which is what this is. When a fragrance is trying to create one image, it's an accord. It's brilliant. So the saffron is right up front. It's really just strong up front. Saffron is this dry, very aromatic, and really spicy leathery smell. Think about red and then leather, put those together and you've got the smell. That is there for an instant. Real saffron, like when you're using like high quality like absolutes and stuff, you can use so little of it and it's unfortunately very fleeting, and it's beautiful. What that does is create, the dryness of leather. Now, the labdanum is also up at the top, and you get the richness of labdanum. You get that balsamic, oily quality of the leather. Those 2 combined create the outer shell of the glove. So think about freshly oiled leather, very slick, I should say, or think about like a leather jacket, like a really nice leather jacket. That's the kind of vibe we're getting. But then you move into the birch tar, and the birch tar is very dry, smoky, rough around the edges. And what that's doing is creating the suede, the drier, the earthier qualities of leather, less refined, less oily, less modern. But obviously, you know what suede is. That creates the inner shell of the glove. Gives smokiness to this. It gives a nice woody character. And then in the base, you get the benzoin. And the benzoin is quite strong in this, and it provides a lot of sweetness, which is beautiful. There is probably an amber accord here. Obviously, you've got labdanum at the top, you've got benzoin. I'm sure there's some vanilla in here somewhere. And that just fills out the base. It warms up the entire composition. There may be some oudi style notes in here. There may be some gaiac wood at play, giving more smoky elements, giving a woody touch. Obviously, there's not really any green notes coming through in my nose, so I don't really know if there's an oud accord present or not. But overall, what you're getting is this spicy, sweet, modern, and rustic leather all at once that creates for one of the most rugged and confidence boosting leather fragrances on the market. It literally smells like real leather, with class, with sophistication, and with some sexy allure. It is amazing. Now, obviously, I said that I had a personal connection to this. This is the first fragrance that I received a compliment in the wild for. This was someone I did not know. I walked into a store and someone literally chased me from the front to the back and said, "What are you wearing? That smells so good." And I was wearing Falcon Leather. I'd had it on for about an hour and it did its magic. Like, this thing works so well. This is the ultimate masculine leather fragrance. It can be worn by a woman. Like, if a woman's wearing this one, I might be a little scared. Nah, not really. But guys, all that said, let's get into the questions. Is this original? Yeah, absolutely. This is a pretty unique take on leather. I'm very happy with it. It's sweet. It does the leather good job. It doesn't really do much else. It's just great. The audience for this, like I've said, is unisex, leaning masculine. Honestly, pretty masculine, but definitely check it out if you're a woman. The age group is a little bit more mature. I mean, that's kind of true for leather fragrances in general. I'm gonna put this at 25 and up. I wanna say I was probably 30 or 31 when I wore this for the first time, and I felt right at home wearing it. The seasons you're gonna wanna wear this is a fall and winter fragrance. You could probably pull it off in the spring, and you could probably pull it off on a night in the summer, but it is pretty strong. It's got that smokiness, so it can get a little cloying in the heat. I would say this is most suited for fall and winter. In terms of occasions, this is your night out style fragrance. This is, if you're a bad boy and you want to go on a date, do this. This is going to catch some attention because it's strong, like I said, and that's what leather fragrances do. This doesn't really suit one for a signature scent. It's pretty rugged. Now, in terms of performance, I'm going to say this thing, longevity is fantastic. I get 10 to 12 hours longevity on this one. Really, really solid longevity. The projection is very strong. This thing pumps right away, and you got a good few feet around you of projection, and it holds that for quite a while. It will slowly taper off as you wear it. And by the hour 6, you're down to a skin scent at that point. But my goodness, does this thing project? In terms of sprays, this is a 3 to 5 max. 3 is a comfortable spot. 5 is you're pushing it. You're getting into overspray territory. Anything past that, good luck to those around you. But if you're a confident person, feel free to wear as many sprays as you want. These are just recommendations. This fragrance is really suited for someone that likes a very real leather, a very nice modern leather with a little bit of sweetness. If you're scared of leather, this will not be for you. It's leather outright, and that's why I love it, because it's unashamed leather. Now, all that said, let's get into the rating. I'm gonna give this one an 8.5. This thing is absolutely exceptional when it comes to a leather fragrance. There's really nothing else I could ask for. It's very simple in terms of construction. The notes, you can smell all 4 of them very easy. I think he did a wonderful job. I really would like to get my nose on the extrait just to see what they did differently. I don't know how they could improve, because to me, this is the perfect concentration. I think higher concentration, it's gonna get a little funny, but right now it translates to a beautiful leather glove. Guys, all that said, if it all resonated with you, please consider looking at that link in the description. This fragrance is not expensive. It is perfectly priced, and that link does help me out quite a bit. If you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting that like button, drop that comment, and join our community by hitting the red subscribe button. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.